Hello, 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 welcome to Firearms of America, and today I am gonna be reviewing the boot called Bugaboot Plus 3 with Omni cold weather insulation. And this one is from Colombia. Alright, let's open it up. So, if you are looking at this boot, and if this is your budget, you probably already know that these boots are honestly for everything, for all the features that they offer. It's a great price, just can't beat, because you can buy them for about $100 on Amazon. The link is actually in the description below, between $100 and $113 currently. Don't take my word for it, because prices often change. So if you are looking at these boots and if this is your budget, go for them. They are absolutely amazing, so that you don't waste your time with the whole review if you're not interested. Anyway, if you are interested, let's talk about the criterias and the testing that I've done with these boots. Now, because this review was specifically for our Ultimate Survival Boots section, I have a few special criterias to test certain things. So the first one is gonna be comfort. Now, whenever it comes to comfort, these boots are pretty comfortable. To test the comfort levels, I did running and walking test. I was running for 3 miles and then walking for 5 miles. The total wear time was about 8 hours, so I was wearing them for about 8 hours without taking them off, and they are definitely comfortable. Now, I do have a minor complaint whenever it comes to the main shaft, because if you do tighten it, you do get the pressure here on your shins after a certain amount of time. Probably about 2 miles of running, I started feeling it in my shins. Now, the easy solutions for it would be to either wear them a little bit relaxed over here, so not tighten your strings too much, because they do have this adjustments hooks which are typical for hiking boots, or wear a good quality pair of socks that would be nice and comfortable and make, the contact here with your shins a little bit softer. Now, other than that, I don't really have any complaints. Now, they definitely do feel quite lightweight, although I wouldn't say, for example, as lightweight as, Salomon boots. That would not be a fair comparison, because those boots are more than twice more expensive than this ones. Yeah, so they're the same category. They're about $240, so can't really compare. So for the price, you definitely get a lightweight boot. Now, the inner sole is nothing special. It does feel soft, not of course as soft as, for example, Ortholite. If you heard about it, it's basically a jelly inner sole that makes your walk or run, if you're running like me in these boots for no reason, a little bit more comfortable. So overall, for the price, I think you're getting a great bargain in the comfort level. Now, again, I wouldn't recommend them if you are doing a lot of running or if you're planning to do some running, but nevertheless, for a good hiking pair, a winter boot, they're pretty good. All right, so let's talk about the second one. The second one is the flexibility of basically the material, the bottom sole. I think that's very important, because it's another factor that influences the comfort level. And as you can see, the bottom sole is pretty flexible. They do utilize 2 types of rubber, which honestly, it became pretty standard procedure, pretty standard practice to do that on the hiking boots. They use 2 layers of rubber. First one is soft here to soften the impact from you walking or running, and then the bottom sole, not the bottom sole, but the bottom layer of the outsole is very strong, very hard, rigid rubber to kind of give you that protection if you step on something sharp or anything like that. So overall, they are pretty flexible in this department. So as you can imagine, it would be pretty comfortable to run in them. Okay, so let's talk about these boots being stuff proof. Now, like I said, these boots, they have that special Omni-Heat insulation. To be specific, is 200 grams of it. In fact, if you are interested in numbers and those specifics, you can check out the description below, or you can click on the link in the description below and it will take you to Amazon, where you can read all of those technical details. Yes, and I guess in the comfort level, you're probably interested in the weight of the boot as well. It's about 1 pound and 13 ounce. Yes. All right, so that's really it. Whenever it comes to insulation, really not much going on in there. Now, these boots are not advertised as waterproof, which honestly is quite surprising. I would expect them to be waterproof because they're winter boots, obviously. And as you're walking through the snow, the water, the snow is melting and the water can get in. And you do have this sort of a mesh that's going here on the shaft to kind of give you that extra height to protect you. For example, if you step into a puddle or something like that. But nevertheless, they are not advertised as waterproof, which honestly, it's pretty weird. I would expect them to be waterproof. So, okay, let's talk about the sole grip slip resistance, the outsole. Now, that's another very important factor to consider whenever you're buying hiking boots, really any kind of boot, is what is the outsole good for? Now, as you can see, it is a pretty good balance. What Columbia did here is they gave this very aggressive, almost like spikes on the side here in the center, going on the outsole, which would be good and kind of give you that traction on slippery surfaces, like for example on ice or snow, if because they are winter boots, we'll be walking through the snow. But at the same time, there is also some flat surfaces here and there, so they definitely would be comfortable walking. In fact, I did test them myself on a few different surfaces. I did test them on a rocky road, on wet grass, on the sand, and on the asphalt. And all of those surfaces, these boots performed very well. So pretty good in that department. Okay, so let's talk about the temperature now. Now, this is the first winter boot that I'm reviewing on this channel. Before, I was reviewing stuff without really anything that has to do with insulation, probably because I live in Florida, and of course the test that I've done was in Florida as well. So you can imagine that it was pretty hot to do that testing in this boot. But again, if you do live in the colder states, and if you do have these boots, let me know in the comments below. I would really like to know what you think about the insulation. Is it enough? And if it is, what temperatures do you usually use them with? And how cold can they actually handle the temperatures? Okay, so another criteria that I want to really quickly go over is the sizing. The sizing is perfect on this boot, absolutely no problem. So just get your size half up, because that's just a standard practice, at least as far as I know. I'm not a very experienced hiker, but as a not very experienced hiker, I know that you have to get your boots, your hiking boots, half a size bigger, because whenever you're going down the hill, so that your toe is not banging on the front, just makes it uncomfortable, you can imagine. All right, so another important criteria number 7 is the balance of application. I think this is the most important one in this category, because we are reviewing boots for ultimate survival situations after all. So whatever your post-apocalyptic imagination, fantasy can be, if something happened, crisis, catastrophe, war, and you had to put on your last pair of shoes, boots, I would expect them to be boots, more prepared, and run out of the house or walk out of the house, and then run or walk for very long distances. without taking the boots off for a very long time and going through all of the different terrains. Balance of application, that's where it plays an important role, is how good they would be overall in all of these different situations. I think they would be pretty good, especially if you live in a cold climate. If you live in a cold state where, winter, I think these boots are definitely good to have. Now, the only complaint that I would have is about the comfort level of these boots, because I definitely tried some more comfortable boots, of course more expensive, but then again, this is where pricing comes into play, and pricing being number 8 criteria here, because it's still important. For only $100, you're getting all of these features, all this insulation, very lightweight, flexible bottom sole with a great variety of application on different terrains, and all of these subtle features which honestly you will notice and you will enjoy them. Like, for example, this additional reinforced toe protection here, very nice. The same thing goes on the back. It's a reinforced heel right there. All of these features you will find very nice, and for that price it's really hard to beat for only $100. So, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Would you consider them for your ultimate survival? Now, if I sometimes we travel, me and my girlfriend, we go to this winter we went to Colorado, and it was really cold, and we were climbing up the what was it, the Manitou incline. It was about, you know what, I'm not gonna give you, because somebody from Colorado will be like, no, you were wrong, that's not how much steps in there. I think it was like 2,500 steps climbing up that incline, and it was pretty intense, at least for me. I never done anything like that before, and the boots that I had was an absolutely terrible choice. It was a work boots with a steel toe, so they were extremely heavy, and they were slip resistant, so the bottom sole was practically flat. So I was sliding around, besides the boots being really heavy and uncomfortable, I was sliding around on those stairs. It was scary. So why I was saying that is, for something like that, if you go once in a while to travel somewhere where it's cold, where there's snow, not for your everyday use, but for occasional use, I think these boots are absolutely fantastic, because they will keep you warm, they will keep you protected. The bottom sole is perfect for snow and ice, and of course, they are comfortable. Not everybody's gonna run in their boots. Not everybody is buying boots for ultimate survival situations. Just me here on this channel. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, definitely let me know in the comments below. Also, if you have any requests for reviews, definitely let me know in the comments below, and I'll be happy to address them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.